Jojo Rabbit. You seen it?
No.
Really?
I've wanted to. It's on my own list of things to watch.
Top 10 best films in the last 5 years.
Came and went in that COVID period.
Yeah. Well, it came out in 2020, so yeah, it was like...
Yeah. I missed the boat, even if I missed the boat, even though I wanted to get on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, he's coming back around. You want to hop on?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
You lied to me.
I lied to you?
You said it was a comedy. This is
comedy.
definitely not a comedy. No.
It's a comedy.
This is a lighthearted drama.
At times, it's a comedy. No, there is straight up comedy in this.
That's the lighthearted part.
Well,
This lighthearted drama. It's got fun moments.
Let's look up the
moments,
official certification for it.
but I would say it's more of a drama.
It is labeled as a war comedy.
A war comedy?
Yeah, which
I feel like
might be the only film.
I think well...
There's not a ton. There's not a ton.
You know what? I would say that Inglourious Basterds is more of a comedy than this.
Yeah. But still
This
still
is a
comedy.
drama.
Still. You have
I don't care.
You have an imaginary friend Hitler that dances in the background. You have, anyways. We will get into that. You've jumped the. Hello and welcome to the Movie Men podcast.
The other beat him.
Oh, careful.
Yeah.
Careful. First of all, I'm not worried. I'm not super worried based on the fact that was probably the worst German accent
I suck with accents.
that I've ever heard in my entire life. The other thing
are you talking?
is it's like I don't even.
I gotta stop.
What is that?
I don't know. It's bad.
Like what? Like, see, and here's the thing. I don't know in the world of accents and cancel culture and all of this stuff. I'm not up to speed. And so I don't know, like, because I'm white, can I do other white accents? I don't know.
What?
Without it being offensive, is what I mean.
Let's just not get into that and get into the movie.
No, but you know what I mean? Like, I could do a British accent right now and no one's going to go, oh, cancel him. He's doing a British accent. I assume German is probably fine.
Well, if we're going to get it. As far as accents go, there are people of every color all over the world.
Sure.
You're going to have the whitest Caucasian person.
No, hang on. No, you're getting
Japanese
too much
accent.
No.
In Japan.
No. You're getting into politics. I'm simply just asking about Germany. I'm just asking about Germany.
I don't know what do you want from me? I don't know. You're talking.
I'm trying to cover your ass after you just spent the first 3 minutes of the show trying to do a German accent.
Why do we have to get into it at all? Let's just
because I was just curious. It's just God.
It was a funny thing.
You've got
it's comedy.
You are disagreeable today. It's not a comedy. It's blah, blah, blah. Super glad we're doing this.
I'm tired. God. I was up late last night.
That's Carl.
Over there's Brady.
I was expecting more of a,
Of a Zaz Brady.
That was okay.
That was better.
The over there was garbage, but the way you said my name was a little more. That was a little better.
There?
You should practice.
Over there.
Do you ever, like, in the job that you do, how often are you making, like, work phone calls?
No, not as much as I could or should.
Okay, well, so 2 birds with 1 stone. If you're looking for an opportunity to practice your German accent.
Phone some Germans?
No, just phone... Just the regular people who you should be phoning and
do it in an accent
and see if they can tell that it's you.
Hello, Fräulein. No, that's not it.
That's not it. So it was my week to pick, and I picked Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah,
a film that I love.
Yeah,
love
I can see that.
This film.
Yeah,
love it. I'm a big Taika Waititi fan. But and and just like every director out there ever, he's got some stinkers.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah,
Thor: Love and Thunder was a
he's got
miss.
some hit and misses. Yeah.
But yeah, okay. So initial impressions. Did I already mention that I'm still sick?
Nope.
No, I'm still sick. So that's why I sound like a congested bag of
Okay.
dicks. Initial impressions. I go first. I never know
Yeah,
how
you
this
go
works.
first.
Okay,
Your
I go
pick.
first.
You
All
go
right,
first.
calm down. Well, I already alluded to the fact that I love this movie.
Mm-hmm.
I think that this is Taika's of the Taika films that I've seen, this is his best work. And it firmly belongs on the shelf of top 10 films of the last 5 years. Maybe top 5, right? But I'm saying top 10 because maybe
Gives
I could
you more wiggle room.
Yeah, maybe I could sit down if I put a minute or two into it. Maybe I would come up with 5 films that I think are better. But I don't know. Like, there is a good chance it's in the top 5. Right. But yeah, I think this is just a solid film. I think, excuse me, I think it does a lot of things really well, including some things that are difficult to do.
It's difficult subject matter, period.
Well, it's difficult subject matter, but it's difficult subject matter to make funny, to make you feel okay laughing at in the way that they do it. Well, but here's the thing, in the way that they do it, because you could have a super serious feeling really showing you the dark side of the war kind of Nazi film.
Right.
Or you could make it funny, easily make it funny, but end up with like Monty Python's take on World War II type of thing. Whereas this is like kind of firmly planted in both. There are times when this film is hilarious, and there are times where you're like, holy crap. Well, yeah, yes, there are some dramatic, I would say it's a dramatic comedy, a dramatic war comedy. But it gets dark, right? It's there are some, you could call it a dark comedy. Yeah, there's some really, really, really screwed up moments, but I think the film is great for them. What are your thoughts?
I would say that from the angle they approached the subject matter, it's not that hard it's not as difficult subject matter as you would make it sound to be presented, because because you're making fun of it. But it does play a nice balancing game, as you alluded to, between the kind of that lightheartedness and the seriousness of the subject matter. And there's a lot of great storytelling in this. And that would be my initial impression. Period.
I think I want to touch on something you said there, because you said because they're making fun of it, and it's interesting that you said that, because it was something I was thinking about while we were watching, and what this film does so brilliantly is, when there is talk of Jews, when there is moments and Nazi propaganda that feel exaggerated, feel outrageous, feel kind of blown over the top for comedic effect, a lot of the time it's pretty absurdly accurate. right? Like what was being fed into the minds of 10-year-old boys,
Yes.
the indoctrination, it's wildly like a lot of the things that feel absurd and blown out of proportions in this film aren't. And so I think the genius of this film in a lot of ways is the film, instead of making fun of the way things were, it simply says, look at the way things were. And that's enough in many cases for you to find humorous absurdity because it was so humorously absurd.
I would agree with you, but they do. So I think a perfect example of this would be day one of the camp scene.
Yeah.
Right. So we get introduced to the captain, because
Sam Rockwell's character.
And it's like you got a bunch of boys, and they talk about these are all the things you're going to do. Like you were saying, these very kind of serious, and this is pretty much what they were doing.
Yeah.
With 10-year-old kids, right? And then and there is some absurdity to that right now with the present mindset. But
not at the time.
But it was accurate. But what I'm saying about making fun of it is they take those serious moments and they treat them seriously, like in that moment, but then they immediately add levity and actually make fun of it. Like the way he's like, I'm blind, I got one eye, why can't I shoot? And he starts like doing all this kind of cowboy shoot, which brings the levity and then it kind of adds absurdity, comedy absurdity on top of it.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So
I agree.
That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you're going to make a film about Nazi Germany and try to make it funny, a good starting point is to cast Taika Waititi as Hitler. Like not only is he funny in the role, in it sort of a typical Taika Waititi sort of goofy mannerism kind of way, but just the absurdity of the casting, right? Like he did interviews where he talked about, them trying to find, because it wasn't always his plan. He didn't want to play Hitler.
Right.
And
couldn't find anybody.
Couldn't find someone, and blah blah blah, and I think some people sort of nudged him in the direction like, I really think you should do it, and so to have like the absurdity of having a Polynesian Jew play Hitler in a film is brilliant and beautiful. And then also he talked about, because he's like, keep in mind, he's like, the first day I came out of wardrobe and makeup, right, and looked in the mirror, and this stupid outfit with the ridiculous like poofed out legs and the mustache and whatever else, and he's like, first of all, it's hard to take yourself seriously when you look like that.
Right.
He says, secondly, it was difficult. It was really uncomfortable for him because he's like, in between shots, I'm still like, I'm the director. I'm directing. And he's like, you become really, 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 really self-aware when you're directing dressed as Hitler.
You go over there and do this.
Yeah, to make sure that what you're saying to people sounds more like a request and less like an order. Yeah. No, I think, I mean, we can talk about cast. I think the kid, let's talk about cast. Sure. The kid that plays JoJo is phenomenal. Does a really great job. And has really great hair for a 10-year-old. Like, okay. You know what I mean? He's got just like that, he's got like a nice curl thing. You and I have similar hair texture, right? In the sense that you have pretty straight hair. I have pretty straight hair in the sense, like, if you grow your hair out, you don't end up with like curls.
No.
And I was talking the other day with mutual friend of the show, Aaron, and Aaron has very curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
And so Aaron cuts his own hair. Aaron doesn't go to a hairdresser. He cuts his own hair with a pair of clippers, just kind of shaves the sides down, does whatever. Because your curls hide a world of mistake, right? Whereas you and me, we've got like this, when you have pretty straight hair, if your haircut is uneven or looks bad, it's very obvious that it's uneven and looks bad. Anyways, this kid JoJo's got great hair.
It's very curly. Yes.
Yeah. What'd you think of his performance? Like, for a kid,
it was great.
Sometimes you're like, the kid's good, but also clearly a kid actor. No, I don't get he's professional in this.
Yeah. Like, his best friend, Archie Yates, that's the name of the actor.
Yeah.
He's more like kind of kid actor.
Yeah.
Right? But it fits his character well. Because
his friend is more, it is clearly in the role of, he's an archetyped, right? Like he is a stereotyped character that is kept much more shallow.
Yeah. But
so that it fills that
JoJo's character is supposed to be like this kid who's growing up too quick.
Yeah.
Right? And the actor nails that. His buddy, played by Archie, did I say? Yeah. He's like kind of the same thing, but he's still very much like, I've got my innocence and I love it. I'm still a kid.
Yeah.
I don't buy into all this fully. Like he's told like he's when he's like full soldier mode, that his buddy has a Jewish girlfriend.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, good for you.
Good for you, a girlfriend.
Yeah, like he doesn't buy into any of the propaganda. He's just an innocent kid.
Yeah.
And he, like, so his acting feels like kind of child actor acting a little bit. But it fits the role kind of perfectly.
And I think he's directed to be that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and we'll come back to that. Perfectly put in this film by Elsa, right? When you're saying like, they don't really don't buy into the propaganda, don't whatever. Elsa's one of the best lines in this movie is when Elsa looks at JoJo and says, "You're not a Nazi, JoJo. You're a kid who likes dressing up in a funny uniform and wants to be a part of a club." And I'm like, that is such a powerful line, and kind of echoes what you're saying. Speaking of Elsa, Thomasin McKenzie is in this, who I gushed over as a fan of when we watched Last Night in Soho. I think she's incredible in this as well. Like, just has an energy about her, a uniqueness in her voice, and a unique enough face. Sometimes you're like, well, yeah, this new young female or young male talent in Hollywood, but you're like, but they kind of look like I'm confusing them with the 3 or 4 others that are kind of around the same age, because I don't know, they all kind of look similar and are a similar type of. I think she's got a real uniqueness about her. Which if she I'm not saying she's the same or worse or better acting chops than Timothée Chalamet, but in the same way that, he's got a unique look to him. He's got a unique voice. He stands out in a way that, a lot of other people don't necessarily.
Yeah.
So a lot of like the Disney Channel kind of teen actor people. I love my mom.
Okay.
You've met my mom. I got a pretty great mom. Yeah. I like your mom. I've met your mom. You got a pretty great mom.
Yeah. She's pretty awesome.
But friggin' Scarlett Johansson in this movie as a mom, like she is just.
Yeah. She's a great mom.
There's not a bad performance in this movie.
No.
I don't even I'm not a big Rebel Wilson fan, but she kills it in this. Like, she's just got these,
yes.
When she's like...
I would agree. Like, I don't like her in hardly anything I watch.
Neither. I don't find her funny.
She grates on me horribly.
Yeah.
But I think the two things that kind of make her work here is... Well, I think the big thing that makes her work here is the lack of screen time.
Yeah.
Like, you get her kind of... Because all of her scenes are kind of comedic bits.
Yeah.
I don't think she has a serious scene in here.
No.
But it's like, just here's a little salt on your steak kind of thing. Like, here's a little seasoning to spice this scene up a little bit.
Yeah.
And it just
like that first day of camp when they're talking about they're going to teach all the girls how to have babies, and she's like, I've had 18 babies for Germany.
Yeah.
You're just like, oh God.
Yeah, and the pool scene where she's like, "Oh no, yeah, my uncle was hypnotized by a Jew."
Yeah, it's great when she goes to give JoJo the gun, the pistol in the office. That's great. Sam Rockwell is in this. He's fantastic.
Oh yeah,
in this, like really, really, really
I like
good.
Sam
in this.
Rockwell.
Stephen Merchant.
Yeah,
is, to me, that's one of the most underrated scenes of this film. When it's
a tense scene.
It's a tense scene, but it's got this.
Is he really that tall?
He's
in
so
real
tall.
life?
Yeah, he's really tall, freakishly tall.
Man.
But it's got this wonderful levity in it, and it's bizarre. This is such a bizarre sentence, and a sentence that doesn't make sense under any other circumstance. But it is a really intense and stressful scene that is broken up only by the levity of how funny it is that they Heil Hitler so many times. Like, weird ass sentence. But yeah, just this Heil Hitler, Heil Hitler.
The funniest
Heil Hitler,
part
Heil
of that
Hitler.
scene, and like the funniest part of that scene, that whole is the very end when, what's her name?
Elsa
gives one like they're leaving. She says, "Heil Hitler," really quiet under her breath.
Yeah,
and everybody just says it in unison, and it's like.
So you know how?
Why? Yeah. Why couldn't we have done that in the first place?
No, it's so good. And then the way he's like, did I miss anything? No, we were just Heil Hitlering the boy, and then Heil Hitlering you, and then of course Heil Hitlering, right? Like it's just
it was the thing.
And but again, it's stupid moments like that. Maybe that one's a little bit more exaggerated,
a little more on the nose,
but it really, really still is a commentary on the absurdity and the fanaticism and the, just the clubness of it all, right? And I think that's what this film does really, really well. When it's not making you laugh, it's showing you how absurd and ridiculous it was. It's showing you how not every German was a Nazi, right? With Rosie, JoJo's mom, and that those that weren't and were considered traitors were not just slapped on the wrist or put in prison, like they were dealt with. They were hung in town square.
Yeah.
But the film also shows you that not everyone who was a Nazi was really towing the company line at heart.
Right. With Sam Rockwell's character.
Yeah. Right? And ultimately the children, like JoJo, right? Like JoJo isn't...
Well, JoJo's character
he's been indoctrinated.
Starts where he's towing the line, but he finishes realizing the line he was towing is ridiculous.
Right, but he's not a monstrous person.
No.
right?
No, from the beginning he's not. He's a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way that, maybe Stephen Merchant's character at heart is a monstrous person, right? We don't see him commit egregious acts.
No.
He says some
but he's
Nazi-esque things.
It's
he's the
what
guy that's like
it's what his role
hunting
is
down
and what they
Jews.
talk about. Like,
Yeah.
A previous scene, Sam Rockwell's captain character talks about how they came in and then they pulled the people out and then they dealt with the people. And so what Stephen Merchant's character is there for and has done in the past, and this isn't his first rodeo. And
I also love the fact that Stephen Merchant's character and his like lackey, like second in charge, whatever, turn out to be gay.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because no, they are, because there's that they share a moment in the office, but then they're interrupted.
Well, I think if you miss that, the flamboyant outfit he wears for the last battle is
I mean that alone, like a flamboyant outfit, doesn't necessarily make him gay, but it's all of those things kind of that that he's either, or even if he's not gay, because we don't actually see him do anything that would really confirm that. At the very least, he's a cross-dresser, or he's flamboyant, or he's either way, he is what would not be accepted in the SS,
German military,
right? In the Third Reich. And so it is,
especially in leadership.
Yeah. And so it again, the film does so much well, and I want to be really, really, really careful. And I don't want to touch on this next thing any more than what I'm about to say, and I'm going to be very vague, because Pete and I, so something about this podcast, Pete and I from day one were very adamant about the fact that this was not going to be a political podcast. We're never going to get political on this podcast. And then that really got put to the test when a couple of months into the podcast, all of a sudden it's COVID, or a little less than a year into the podcast, all of a sudden it's COVID. And we talked very, very, very sparingly about COVID on the podcast, because we're like, the podcast is supposed to be an escape from all that, right? You can tune in like everywhere else,
like most movies. Yeah.
Having said that, we do have a platform, and I think that those with a platform occasionally have a responsibility to use that platform, and that's not what I'm about to do, because again, I'm going to be so vague in this that it can't really be construed as me making any sort of political statement. But what I will say is, you look at the stuff that's happening in this film. You look at the idea that there is this group of people that, for ridiculous, asinine, bullshit reasons, hate and want to hurt and kill anyone who's a part of, in this case, the Jewish race, but just a race. And you just kind of, I don't know, you sit and look at it and you go, how could a society get so screwed up that there's people out there who are just blindly hating Jewish people, right? The fact that anti-Semitism is a thing, used to be able to sort of firmly say was a thing, is a thing now. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's crazy to me. And the film, like, what's going on right now in the world was not really happening in the media the way that it is now. It wasn't as prevalent as it has been for the last year in in everyone's sort of consciousness when this film came out. And so, yeah, it's really bizarre to watch this film and go, this is crazy. Like, this is stupid. This is you look at the Nazis and you go, what a bunch of morons, right? What a bunch of lowlifes. And then you go, oh yeah, the world sucks. But yeah, so that's the cast. Yeah. That's everyone who's in this movie. Well, it's not everyone who's in this movie, but those are
some of the key
players. Big notable, yeah.
Yeah.
So what'd you think of the film? I mean, expanding past your initial impression.
What do you want me to get into specifically?
I mean, I don't know if I want to debate about whether or not it's a comedy. We can.
I don't think I'm not dying on that hill.
I mean, I'm not gonna. I think you're wrong, but I'm also not gonna die on that. Like
the reason I'm hesitant to give it a claim of a comedy is because I feel like the comedic moments were more lighthearted than they were comedic.
Okay.
Because, like I said in my initial impression, it balanced the kind of the comedy and the drama extremely well.
Well, don't call it comedy. Call it lightheartedness. Stick to your...
Right. But I mean, even a horror movie can have some comedy in it.
Right.
It doesn't make it a horror comedy.
I think if half of the...
Like The Shining can have a couple jokes.
Right.
It doesn't make it a comedy.
This has a lot more than a couple jokes in it, though.
Right. But they're not...
It has an imaginary best friend, like, Hitler.
But even the best friend Hitler is serious as much as he is goofy.
Oh, I don't think he's serious hardly ever.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Like when?
He's not like as serious as like real life Hitler probably was because he's a 10-year-old's imaginary.
Yeah, but
friend.
almost every line that comes out of his mouth is some sort of joke. Even if it's mean-hearted or with malice or ill intent.
See, I wouldn't say that those are lighthearted when he's being like the last scene with him where he's like being a dick to the
okay, that maybe that and with even, the exception of that appearance,
and even like some of the stuff in the when like early on when he's like in the bush, kind of coax him up and get him going. Like those are there's some seriousness there, but there's also kind of some levity in the way it's done.
Yeah,
right. I wouldn't call a lot of that a joke as much as it is like, I think levity is a perfect word. Like it's lightening the mood by being a little silly.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely some straight up jokes.
There are some straight up jokes, but I think I only like laughed out loud once.
Right.
And even internally, I barely felt like, ha 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 ha.
Right.
Like it's not a funny, hilarious movie. It's not a comedy.
See, and I disagree. Like I definitely think the movie's funnier. Like I was laughing more than you were.
Right.
And this is not like this is gonna sound like a slight, and I don't mean it as a slight at all. I think what's tricky is that the majority of the comedy that's in this movie, the majority of the jokes are a very sophisticated kind of humor, in that you either have to know a little bit about a little bit in order to appreciate the joke. An example being like when they're like, oh, well, Hitler and JoJo are like, wow, what are we going to do about this Jew? All right, answer at the same time. 1, 2, 3. And JoJo says, negotiate with her. And Hitler says, burn the house down and blame Winston Churchill. Right? Like, that is, if you're sitting there going, as a viewer, if you're sitting there going, well, who the hell is Winston Churchill? Then that's not funny. It doesn't mean anything to you. And I'm not saying that maybe you
I know
didn't...
who Winston Churchill is.
No, I know. I'm not saying that you didn't find the movie as funny as I did because you weren't sophisticated enough to get it. But what I do think is true is sophisticated humor isn't everybody's funny. Right? There are a lot of things, like having watched movies with you now doing this series, there are a lot of moments in Monty Python's, Holy Grail, or the Men in Tights movie, or, just all these different movies where, they may have a couple of sophisticated jokes in there, but there's also a lot more just like low hanging fruit, goofy, stupid humor.
Some of it, yeah, for sure.
And those are moments where you are like kicking the ground, stomping your feet, like you're laughing really hard at some of those jokes, and I'm sitting there going, I don't really
find proper those jokes too.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't really find a lot of those all that funny. We just have different senses of humor, right? I really, really, really like a well placed, sophisticated joke that I almost have to work for a little bit, or I have to catch what was, I find a joke funnier when it's really smart, when it's sort of sarcastic or backhanded or snuck into a sentence in a blink and miss it kind of way.
Right.
That can get me much, much more than, like Hitler finishing a sentence and then diving face first out the window. You found that hilarious.
That was funny.
For me, I'm like, it's a visual gag. But
even those kind of sophisticated jokes, like the Winston Churchill joke, they're not riddled throughout this movie. There's probably only a handful if you counted them.
I mean, what can I think of off the top of my head? There's that. There's I do consider we're going to show the women how to make babies. I think there's some sophistication in that joke because it is a commentary on what the views on gender disparity and stuff like that were.
The punchline to that joke is, what's her name saying she had so many kids.
Yeah, it has multiple punchlines.
That's the main punchline.
Yeah. That's her punchline.
No, that is the punchline to that whole setup.
I'm not going to debate what the punchline of a joke is.
The setup is him.
No, I'm not going to debate it.
The punchline is her.
Right? See, but here's the thing. But that's making my point exactly. I find Sam Rockwell's delivery and what he's saying to everyone funnier. I still find I had 18 children for Germany. I still find that funny, but that's more of like a on the nose, here's the punchline, bang. I find what Sam Rockwell's saying funnier by a bit because it's just not as, here you go, here's your punchline, right? And that just comes down to, like, you're sitting there like, you're like, well, I don't know. I know you don't know. I'm saying that we're different.
I know what you're saying. I'm here that you're saying it's different.
I don't know how you can have any response. I don't know how you and I find different things funny. I don't know how you can follow that up with, yes, but. Like, it is what it is.
It's not, I don't know, whatever.
I find the movie funnier than you do. There's lots of movies you find funnier than I find them. We have different senses of humor.
It's not a comedy.
For you. For me, it is.
It's not a comedy, period.
And for the MMPA, it is.
They don't know what they're talking about.
Okay. Yeah, it's a war comedy.
Just like that other movie when we were looking up what it was.
Evil Dead 2. No, Evil Dead.
Evil Dead. Yeah.
The grotesque whatever it was.
Yeah, like a laundry list of this is the movie it is. Yeah.
So, what didn't you like? What's
Not much.
Oh,
No, it was pretty solid film. Yeah. It was paced well. I thought, like, you've got some moments that, like, I'm legitimately pretty tired. There's a few times I felt like falling asleep
Yep.
while watching, but I forced myself back away because I was like, I don't want to fall asleep during this.
Yeah,
And
I
wasn't
this.
falling asleep because the movie was boring. I'm
Right.
falling asleep because I'm legitimately feeling pretty exhausted right now for some reason.
Yeah.
But probably because my kids woke me up stupid early this morning. Kids,
Children.
yeah. But, yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
So it's very entertaining.
I mean, yes, it's entertaining, and there's so many great lines, right? Like when JoJo hands Elsa a piece of paper and pencil crayons or whatever, or the pencil, and says, "Draw where Jews live," and she draws a picture of JoJo's, like,
Face.
shoulders up. And he says, "That's not a picture of where Jews live. That's just a stupid picture of my head." And she's like, "Yeah, that's where we live, in your head."
Yeah.
Right. Like your approximation, this whatever it is that you think that we are.
Rent-free up there.
Really subtle little lines, like, and this one you just kind of, it's like a blink and you miss it. But he's like, tell me about the Jews. It's like the first time he asks her, and she says, "Well, we're very similar to you, except human." Right. And it's like a subtle, and then they just move right
Little
past
jabs.
it. Right. Like they don't let that line sit and percolate, but it's like, yeah, it's just it's amazing. Right. It's amazing. The story of two people sitting in a room who simultaneously could not be any more opposite, but also could not be any more the exact same, right? Different ideologies entirely, but the same blood, same, I love the fact that this isn't just some young Jewish girl that Scarlett Johansson found and or was assigned to take in from the secret group.
There was a connection there prior to the war.
It was JoJo's big sister's friend.
Yeah.
Right? And I think that's one of those seeds that gets planted for JoJo of like,
right.
Why would she have been friends with,
Yeah.
Yeah. And then obviously JoJo's mom getting killed is
that was heartbreaking.
that surprised you.
Yeah.
You were audible about that. You're like, "Oh no."
Yeah.
Like
as soon as I seen the shoes, which like
they foreshadow.
That
they
was
really
beautiful foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
'cause,
All the shoes.
Well, you see Scarlett Johansson from like the knees down.
Yeah.
Almost as much as you see like traditional shots of actors.
Yep.
Of her.
So that you can get really familiar with her shoes.
with those feet. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the minute you see them, it's like, oh crap.
Yeah, so well done.
Yeah.
Yeah. The music in this film's great, right? Just like the music and the color grading and it is just I don't know if fun watch is the right word. It feels like
it's a captivating watch.
It's a captivating watch.
I would say.
And
you're captivated. Yeah.
And there's world building that is done just through the colors that are used and the music. Like it all kind of feels like it fits. It's all pieces of the same puzzle that is this movie.
The characters themselves have good character arcs. Like everybody's got interesting character arcs.
Yeah.
From even just kind of Scarlett's character, her arc doesn't really change.
No.
But narratively you learn more about her, and that's the arc that her character goes on, is your understanding of who the character is.
Of who she is. Yeah.
And that's awesome. But even like you're saying, like the tone of the movie goes almost on its own character journey.
Yeah.
Because it starts out kind of still serious, but a little lighthearted.
Yeah.
With, this boy in his room going into the camp, and then he gets kind of blown up, and there's a little bit of a tonal shift, and then there's a bit of a recovery, and then there's another tonal shift when he discovers there's somebody in the attic, and then there's like another tonal shift when the war starts.
Yep.
And there's another tonal shift when the war ends. So it kind of goes on this kind of like ebb and flow journey as a film itself.
Well, and the color grading changes too, because I was watching
that's
that.
kind of what I'm alluding to.
It's whenever JoJo is out with like the Nazis, it's much more gray toned. Right, like
grays and browns,
the grays, but even just the face. Right, in the faces, there's much less warm
color.
Flesh tones.
Yeah.
Versus when he's at home.
Yeah. Well, Scarlett's character wears a lot of bright colors.
Yeah.
Bright red lipstick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that you want to hit on?
Man,
You're so tired.
I'm tired. I enjoyed the film. It was great.
You know what? Next week when it's your pick, I'm gonna be so tired. I'm just gonna be like
pulling all nighter the night before.
I don't care.
Yeah, it'll be great. It was a good film. I don't know what to say about it.
All right.
It's hard. Like, this is one of the things about kind of doing this. Like when you hit gold.
Yep.
If you hit gold, there's not you can gush over it, but I feel like there's not a lot to pick apart.
Yeah. Well,
then it's hard.
Yeah, you just end up sitting and debating whether it's a comedy or not.
Yeah.
Which is still it's still entertaining.
Yeah.
That's still good content. All right.
It's not a comedy.
Let's score this bad boy then.
Okay.
You gotta ask me.
You gotta go first.
Yeah.
So you gotta score it.
Yeah, but you gotta ask me the question. I can't.
What would you give it out of 10 biscuits?
Are you gonna record it or?
Oh, I can bring it up.
Sure. I mean, I have it up.
You do it then.
I gotta give it. I gotta give it a 9.5. I'm not gonna give it a 10, only because 10 is like, that's something that I reserve for very few films.
The best of the best.
There is a film that I will be showing you at some point that I'm sure I will give a 10. But 9.5, it is hilarious in moments. It is heartbreaking in moments. It is extremely thought-provoking throughout. It's shot beautifully. It's scored beautifully. It's acted beautifully. Like, it is a work of art. Like, this film, it's not just like, it's okay, good story, and I see, this is such a well-crafted, multi-layered statement, piece of art that is put out there. And it's just incredible. It really, really, really is fantastically done. I got to give it a 9.5.
All right. That'll give you a little boost.
I went from 7.2 up to 7.4.
It's a bit of a jump compared to what we've been moving those numbers lately.
Yeah, normally it's like...
or, if at all.
If at all.
Yeah.
What on a scale of 0 to 10?
Oh, you want to know what I think of it too? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're doing a thing here.
Hey man,
All right.
I'm my kids had me up early.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I pulled it
You had
all
to drop
nighter.
them off at the pool.
Yep. What? Is that a euphemism for taking a shit?
Well,
What do we?
you don't have any other kids to drop off at the pool.
I have cats that routinely wake us up at 4 a.m., by the way, if not earlier.
Yeah, but you could lock them out of the room.
No. Yeah, if I want to replace the doors every morning. Yeah, good luck with that.
Anyway, what would I give it? Well, you said it was a comedy, and if I were to give it a score as a comedy,
God.
it would be like a 6, maybe a 7.
Just a film.
But since it's not a comedy,
okay.
Since it's not a comedy,
Idiot.
it's a lighthearted drama. Here's a perfect.
Oh my God.
Would you say that House is a comedy?
You seem to be awake now.
Would you?
I would say it's
He's been watching a lot of House lately.
Interesting. I would say it is far more a comedy than most other medical dramas.
But would you call House a comedy?
No, but it's if you were to take the same amount of screen time, there are more jokes and moments of levity in this film than there are potentially in an entire season of House. And so it's because for every one-liner or whatever that Hugh Laurie delivers in that, there's also someone coughing up blood or someone losing a family member or House popping a pill or House ODing or
Right.
House, right? Like it's...
But you understand the comparison I'm trying to
do.
Yeah.
Anyway. It's just a shit comparison.
Well, I mean, one's a movie about Nazi Germany and the other one's a medical drama.
Uh-huh. What freaking score would you give this?
I'll give it a 9.5. It's a really
Wow.
good film. Yeah,
Is that the first time we have agreed?
I think so. We've gotten really close on some of them.
Is it the first time? It is the first time that we have been on the same page, which took your score for my films from a 6.8 up to a 7.0.
There you go.
I
you
gained-
happy now?
I gained 4.4.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this is the one that matters because now we're all squared up.
Sure.
We've shown each other each. We have shown each other each 13 films. Good Lord.
26.
We've been at this
We're
a
at
while.
26 already.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's bizarre.
It's fun.
Seems like it'd be less than that. Your score overall for your films is a 6.8. Carl's taste in films, collectively, between me and him, our opinions of them, is a 6.8. Mine is a 7.2. I currently have better taste in films.
I will continue to tank my score next week when we watch
Hey
Army
man,
of Darkness.
I gave, yeah. I've given you, what's the highest score I've given you? A 7.9 for Holy Grail. That's the film I've liked the best that you've shown me. Is that true?
Yeah, looks like.
Yeah. You know what? Only because
would you retroactively change any of those looking at the totals on all of them?
well, let me just go down the list real quick. Prince of Thieves is better than Men in Tights, so that checks. They're both better than Conan, so that checks.
Yeah, give that one a 4.
Equilibrium. Ooh, that was so long ago. I have to remember Equilibrium. Equilibrium, yeah, I would say is not as good as Prince of Thieves, but is better than Men in Tights and Conan. Holy Grail.
So quotable.
It's very quotable. I don't know if it's better than Prince of Thieves. It might be. Yeah, it's probably better than Prince of Thieves in the sense that although Prince of Thieves is good, really slow to get going. Right? Like it drags like hell in the beginning. Unbreakable was fine for what it was. Split's the piss off here. Right? Because
Yeah, you had some major issues with the ending of Split.
If I'm judging first and second act only, Split's like a 9.8. Like really, really, really great, solid, like best film almost that we've watched so far. But then that third act, just like garbage, dropped it down. And then, yeah, Glass was the worst of that trilogy. Lucky Number 11. Yeah, I mean, Usual Suspects I thought was crap. Defendor was better than expected. Bohotep was...
It is what it is.
Is what it is. Evil Dead 2 kind of is what it is, but a little bit better. The only one on there that I might consider retroactively changing is I might bump Lucky Number 11 up to like a 7.5 or something like that. Because I think it's probably better, even though the reveal is gone for you. I think it's probably in some ways better on a second watch because you can watch for stuff. Yeah. Right. But yeah. What'd you watch this week? Speaking of.
Well,
I'm Cake Island.
Okay. Yep. Well, One Piece. Yep.
You still on Cake Island?
You got it. Yeah. It's starting to wrap up.
You said that last week.
I did.
Yeah.
It's
how
starting
many
to wrap up
episodes?
means there's another 10 or 12 episodes to go.
All right. Right. When there's how many episodes altogether? 1,000?
Oh, they're in the thousands. Yeah. I don't know what.
How many episodes of One Piece? 1,122. That's stupid. Like that's just dumb. Whoa. Hang on a second. What in the witchcraft?
What?
Oh, okay. Never mind. It was a bad article for a second. Well, because look at this. Is this not confusing to you? I guess this is. So here's what's happening.
The live action.
I know, but here's what's happening. Right. So I Googled how many episodes of One Piece. And it gave me that, with the 1,122, which is clearly the anime.
And still going.
And then as I'm scrolling down, assuming, like, not looking at this, at the top where, now this other information is about the live action one. I'm just kind of in the mode of like, okay, I'm looking at information about the anime one.
You're just looking at what Google gives you.
Yeah,
in the search
and then I see first episode date was August 31st, 2023. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? There's been over 1,000 episodes come out since summer of last year.
No, that's.
Do you understand how that
action.
math works? Yeah, okay. No, it started in 2001.
Yeah.
Which is not as stupid. I mean, it's still too many episodes. Because that's still, I think there's more episodes than The Simpsons.
Whole Cake Island is almost 70 episodes.
See,
78 episodes.
So what season are you
on? Whole Cake? Oh, man.
Because that's not listed as, like, that's not the name of the season.
No, they call them arcs.
But there are season titles, because I'm looking at the list.
Yeah.
Island of Women? Oh, no, Whole Cake Island, right there. Season 19. You are on season 19 out of 21.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, season 20 is 197 episodes in it. So that's, there's that.
Yeah. There are some that are a lot shorter than the others. Yeah.
Yeah. What else you
is
watch?
true. So family movie night. My daughter was away at a youth conference with the church, so just my wife and the boys. And my wife decided to pick another Disney classic, and we watched Aladdin.
Oh, you street rat.
Yeah. Riff Raff.
Aladdin holds a near and dear place on this show.
Yeah. Those classics hold up pretty well.
Do you know why Aladdin holds a near and dear place on this show?
Because you're a street rat? Riff Raff?
Sure.
No? You have a magic carpet that I don't know about?
I mean, hang on. I'm just clicking through.
You were the genie.
I want to make sure what I'm about to say is 100% accurate. Yeah, first movie we ever reviewed on this show.
The live action.
No.
Oh, really?
No. Episode 3, Aladdin 1992.
Cool.
Came out June 16th, 2019.
So we watched that.
Yeah, cool.
Good watch. And then we finished watching the movie Mascots.
Oh, okay, right.
We thought it was a TV show.
Yeah.
And like hour and a bit in, we're like, oh, this is a movie.
Yeah.
And we want to go to bed now. So this is a good time to stop it.
Like, because you were tired or because you were...
Okay. Yeah. Like, it was like mid-week, and we're like, let's put a bookmark in this.
Yeah.
And
come back to it.
So,
Cool.
yeah, finished it. It was a funny movie. It's like, yeah, mockumentary comedy thing.
Yeah.
It's really
It's on my
clever
list.
and funny.
I listed it.
Did you?
I did.
Yeah, it's clever. Yeah.
Cool.
What did you watch?
We finished House
Ooh.
today, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it a comedy?
No. Especially not the finale. Yeah, finished House. It's the second time I've watched it all the way through. First time Brienne had, seen it all the way through.
Yeah.
So now we're in the super depressing, stressful series shopping
Now you got to pick something new.
And we're down between 2 or 3, I think. There's one that I'm pretty sure is going to win because we watched part of the first season like 4 years ago and then just kind of fell off with it. And there's only 4 seasons and the episodes are like 30, 33 minutes long instead of which is Only Murders in the Building.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Emily and I have watched the first 2 seasons.
So
of that. It's a lot of fun.
I think we're gonna hop back on and just start it over because, like I said, we're probably 4 or 5 episodes into the first season.
Right.
So we'll do that.
That's good.
And I have started the next series with my mom.
Ooh.
Yeah, because
that you picked.
Yeah, so because last I reported she had me watch On Golden Pond.
Right.
And so we watched that, blah, blah, blah. So it was my turn. So she came over this week and we watched A New Hope.
Oh, you're going through Star Wars.
We're going through Star Wars.
But she's seen Star Wars.
She has seen the original trilogy. That's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So are you doing Chainsaw Order?
And no. And I'll explain why once we're done.
Okay.
Because I can't explain why, like, she listens to the show, and I can't really explain why without spoilers. But yes, no, not doing Chainsaw. We're just going to do straight up order of release. It's been a long time since I've done that. I did Chainsaw Order a lot.
Chainsaw's become kind of your favorite.
And yeah, well,
for a while,
quasi Chainsaw, because I leave
least.
Phantom Menace in, and the diehard assholes would be like, "No, proper Chainsaw Order. You skip that one altogether," and you're like, "Well, no, no."
You're a true fan.
Otherwise, you reach the end of episode 3, and Yoda's like, "Oh, I'll teach you how to communicate with your old master," and Obi-Wan goes, "Qui-Gon? and all the audience goes, I'm sorry, who? Right? No, it doesn't work that way. And you also start episode 2. If you remove episode 1, you start episode 2, and you're like, who is this bumbling idiot senator? Like, who's this Binks guy? Right? Like, you need to know. Yeah, so gonna watch Star Wars. What's exciting is, I went into it saying, look, Mom, and this is my opinion, and some people are gonna disagree, and those people can go to hell. A New Hope is a little slow. Like, it's of the Star Wars movies, is a little bit of a slog. We spend the first 35 minutes following 2 droids wandering in the desert. Like,
so
it's slow.
I would say that it is. I would say 2 things to that.
Okay.
And I would say these 2 things about any movie from that time that anybody thinks is slow.
Sure.
1, product of its time.
Right.
And for its time, it's actually fairly fast paced.
Yeah, sure. But
2, we are a product of our time and have been conditioned to expect and want a faster paced film. You can't deny it.
No, but I can. I can, and I'll tell you why. Because I can, and I'll tell you why. Because Empire comes out 3 years later, and it's lightning paced compared to it. Sound of Music is 10 years older than this film, and it's like, stuff's happening. It's an hour longer.
That doesn't
than
defeat
this
the
movie.
point.
No, but I'm just saying, it's a product of its time, and we're just a product of our time.
Movies back then,
yeah,
majority of them were slower paced in that manner.
Sure.
And people expected it, and people didn't mind it, and people enjoyed it.
Sure. But
nowadays, we're what we get from every superhero genre.
No, but it's not
everything else. So, like, we've been conditioned.
To
desire.
I spoke incorrectly.
Faster-paced film.
Incorrectly. It's not a pacing issue. It's a substance issue. A New Hope is boring. It really is. Like, there's not. Again, you have wandering in the desert. Great. Luke plays around with a lightsaber a little bit with the training remote. It is the worst lightsaber fighting of any of the Star Wars films, including the Disney films.
Well,
right?
Yeah.
Like, it's just barely a fight. It's, and what was bizarre was I was watching, like, during it picks up and finally starts when we go to do the trench run, but the entire, like, first 80% of that the space battle at the end of the film, there's no music happening. And so it's just this, like, really weird, like, you're watching it and it's just
no
like
music in space.
It's just, like, super bizarre. You're watching it and you're like, this is not exciting. Like, I remember this feeling more exciting, and it's not. Anyways, doesn't matter. All of that to say, I did warn her. I said, of all the Star Wars films you're going to watch, this feels the slowest. It's going to spend a lot of time just world building, sort of establishing the world, which is good. Like, you'll need this. But yeah, she has seen the original trilogy before, not since probably the mid to late 90s. And she has said this was the first time, like, she's already hook, line, and sinker ready to go.
She's in.
Because she said this is the first time that she has watched it and paid attention to the story, right? Like, she says before she would watch the Star Wars films and you're like, oh yeah, they're shooting at each other. And, like, she would just kind of, like, mindlessly take it in.
Right.
This is the first time she's really, like,
captivated or trying to be
analyzed. Okay,
like
we have a
probably not the right
dictatorship government happening here, and
she's invested.
She's like
She's
trying to figure out
herself
who
into it.
everyone is and what their motives are and stuff like that. So I'm excited for that. We'll watch Empire next, and then I'm really excited for her to watch the prequels, because I think, you know, it will be the first expansion of what Star Wars is for her. Right? When all of a sudden it's like, okay, now let me show you the universe or the galaxy 30 years before the Empire. Mm-hmm. Right? And it'll feel so vibrant and lively and stuff for her. So anyways, thank you so much for listening. Listening. I don't know.
That's a horrible German accent.
No, it's my womanizing British Secret Service accent. Make sure you check out our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, all listed below. We have a Patreon page also listed below, where for less than a cup of coffee a month, less than the cost of fueling your private jet a month. Really, like, you know, I'd be surprised if you could fuel your private jet for less than supporting us on Patreon. Maybe we should add a tier.
Private jet tier?
The private jet owners, right? $10,000 a month. You know,
yeah.
You
get one ride in a year.
Your perk? Well, no. Like, no. I'm not saying we buy the jet. No, what are you talking about? It's just
they
a
buy
tier.
The jet for us.
No. Their tier. That's no. Why are they doing more things for us? They're giving us $10,000 a month.
They should give us a jet.
The perk that they get is that we will make a live appearance on. We'll do a meet and greet on your jet. You know, on our way to Maui or wherever.
Our jet. They can do a meet and greet on our jet.
We don't have a jet.
They're going to buy us a jet.
No, that's stupid.
Why?
Because that's not how Patreon works. That's not send us gifts. Let's pay our salaries.
No, they're going to send us enough money so that we can buy a jet.
And we have merch.
We would have a jet, but you don't send us enough money.
Yeah, that's well.
We could put a jet on the Patreon.
No. See, now you're going down the rabbit hole
on the merch page.
You are literally going down.
Tiny jet,
dude.
Stick in your hand.
You're going down the rabbit hole that friggin' Pepsi did, and you're gonna get us sued. We don't listen.
Somebody will catch
the Movie
it
Man
in.
podcast.
We'll be like, we don't actually have the jet.
The Movie Man podcast has never, is not, and will never offer jet prizes.